All right, so folks, today we're going to take a look at part 1, and we are going to look at our 7-SimpleSite here. So in our 7-SimpleSite, we have created a very simple site that has H1s, H2s, and has some links here. So what we're going to do is first, for part 1, we're going to divide it up. And we're going to divide this up into a 2-column left navigation looking wireframe. And if you look at the assignment here, you'll notice, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, that we are going to have our page look something similar to this. But we got to set it up using our elements first. So we're going to be using some new elements that are different. So let me find Snoop back. And we're going to be using an element. Well, first we're going to do an all element. So let's go ahead and add that. Or sorry, a div element. So div ID, and we're going to make this all just like before. And I'm going to move this down. And I'm going to put it at the very end of my page here. Okay. Perfect. And I'm actually going to go back in my CSS then and do a hashtag all. And I'm going to make the background color to be, let's do, let's make it a darker color here. Right now my font is white, so if we make our background color, we can make it white. We'll just have to go back, at least on my page, and change my font color. So you'll notice it's white, and I'm going to go ahead and change everything else to be purple. And make the paragraphs, let's make those purple as well. We can go ahead and change those later on. I'm just doing this so I can see my work. All right, perfect. So now we have a div all, and I want to section this stuff out. So for part 1, we're sectioning off using a nav. So our navigation is going to have our links. So I'm going to find my links, and I'm actually going to put them at the top. And so I'm going to call this nav. And they're just going to have my links in there. So NAV, and then I backslash NAV. And I am going to save and refresh. And that's fine. And then for now, I also want to make my nav a different color. So let's do nav, curly bracket, and I'm going to give it a background color here, just so I can see that it's working. And we can change it later to be anything we want. So I'm going to do light purple. I think that's something that will work. No, purple doesn't register. Let's go ahead and do pink. There. So that's my navigation area. And I'm going to change that later, but for now, I just want to see that. Then we need an area called right column. And that's going to have my headers, that's going to have my main areas, and that's going to have my footers. All right, so let's go ahead and do that where we make our right column. And my right column is going to be after my nav, and it's going to have everything in there, pretty much. My div. So let's go ahead and do that. Div ID. We're going to call it right column, or COL. And it's going to have everything pretty much in there, all the way at the end, right above my last div. And then I need a backslash div in there. Okay. And I'm going to make that, so right column, hashtag right column, and I'm going to make that a background color. And I'm going to make that yellow for now, so you can see it. Save and refresh. And I'm going to actually take my H1 and cut that and put it in my right column. Then I'm going to take my H1 and only my H1, and I'm going to put it in a new element called header. Okay, so I have header, and only my H1 is going to be in there for right now. Okay, and I'm going to save that, and I'm going to make my header be a background color just so I can see. So it's going to look ugly right now. And maybe I make that white so we can see. I'm going to save, make sure, and refresh. And now they switched, which is good. And now I need an area called main. And that's going to have everything else in. So it's going to have my image. And it's going to have all my subheaders, all that information. And I'm going to close it out with \main at the very end. And I'm going to make that a background color, or I'm going to put that a background color too. So main, curly bracket, background color. And I'm going to make that light blue. I think that is something that shows up. Save and refresh. There we go. And then I'm also going to have a footer area. And that's going to be right at the end, above my \divs. Right now there's nothing in my footer area. So we're going to put just a few texts in there. And you don't need a paragraph, you might just put your name. So I'm going to put Bauman and then the date, 2018. You can put your own name in there, save, and then my footer, I'm going to give a color. And we're going to change those later, but for now, I just do that so I can see that things are working. And I'm going to say gray. Curly bracket, save, and refresh. Now let's make sure the area is gray. Perfect. So that's it. We created a footer area, we created a main area, we created a header area, we have a right column, and we have a navigation area. And it's all inside of an all area. So for now, we're good. And as long as you've done that and you've color coordinated everything, and you can see your text, that's going to be part 1, and you can compress this and hand it in.